Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Toop, and I serve as President and Vice Chancellor of the University of British Columbia. Every year at Congregation, UBC has the honor of bestowing honorary degrees upon individuals who, in the opinion of the university community, have fit the criterion of excellence and eminence in their chosen field. Dal Richards is one of those individuals, and I invite him now to step forward to receive his honorary degree. Madam Chancellor, forgive me if I can't help but tap my toes a little. It's just that for many British Columbians, the great sound of the big band era is synonymous with one man, musician and band leader Dal Richards. Mr. Richards first started playing music in the late 1930s after graduating from Kerrisdale's McGee High. And I'm happy to report that 75 years later, Vancouver's coolest 92-year-old is still going strong. If you wanted to dance and be seen in the 1940s, 50s, or 60s, you went to the Panorama Roof at the Hotel Vancouver, where a young band of hep cats called the Dal Richards Orchestra drove crowds crazy every Saturday with their infectious mix of pop, swing, big band, and later rock and roll. Their shows at the Roof were broadcast across the country by CBC. Since then, Mr. Richards has performed at the PNE for 70 consecutive years, led the BC Lions Football Club halftime shows for 25 years, been the star of 2 documentaries, and hosted his long-running weekly radio show every Sunday night. He still plays concerts, weddings, fundraisers, festivals, and has had a New Year's gig for 72 consecutive years. Mr. Richards Mr. Richards, or Dr. Swing, as he's been affectionately called, has been honored many times for his music and work with charities like the Variety Club. He's a recipient of the Order of Canada, Order of British Columbia, the Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal, and is a BC Entertainment Hall of Fame inductee. Madam Chancellor, for his contributions to the social and musical fabric of our city and our country, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa upon Dallas Murray Richards.
By authority of the Senate of this university, I confer upon you, Dallas Murray Richards, the title and degree Doctor of Laws, Letters, honoris causa. I'm just giving you multiple degrees.
It now gives me great pleasure to ask Dr. Richards to say a few words.
Wow, what a trip. Incredible. This is certainly the capstone of my career. I'm not a stranger to the UBC campus. I'm not as a student, but the band has played here on many occasions, right back to the old auditorium when we used to come up from the Hotel Vancouver at noontime once in a while to play pep meets, and my band also was in the stadium cheering on the football team from time to time. And more recently, thanks to Nancy Hermiston, we've been on this stage playing for those wonderful opera balls, and they are fantastic. That is one of the most enjoyable gigs, as we call them, that we've ever played. And thanks to Nancy, we have been doing it for several years and hope to continue. And an inspiration to me is my daughter Dallas. She went to UBC and graduated. She went on to the Sorbonne and graduated. I'd like to acknowledge her at this moment. Dallas, take a bow. As I say, this is a capstone to my career. I've been very lucky. I've had many awards, and I've had years and years of doing what I love, playing music. And I think we've had an influence on many listeners from coast to coast because they all are quite anxious to talk to me and always have a story to tell about getting engaged, about getting married, divorces. We have a tune for that, too. It's called Second Time Around. I can only say thank you so many times. I'd like to thank also some people who have made this possible, like my nephew, Corey Ham, who is professor of piano here at the university, Sarah Davis Buckner, and a member of my band, Julia Nolan, who teaches saxophone here at the university. She was once one of the instigators, so thank you all. And for further encouragement through letters, I'd like to thank Bramwell Tovey, Jimmy Pattison, and Bob Lee. And I'd like to thank you all for being here and making this such a wonderful day for me. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Richards.